सुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुदेवो महेश्वर गुरुसाक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ तो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मामृतं गमय। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति। Okay, today we will start with chapter 15, not chapter 12. We're going to move on to chapter 15 to recite before the class starts. So I know it's going to be a little new to you guys, but just hang in. It's an easy chapter too. It has 20 shlokas in it. So we will go to chapter number 15. So if you guys can open chapter number 15. Go to this. Okay. Everybody has that? Good. Chapter 15. Okay. Are you ready with it? Okay. श्री भगवान उवाच ऊर्ध्वमूलमधशाखा अश्वत्थप्राहुरव्ययं छन्दांसि यस्य पर्णानि वेदस वेदवेत् अधश्च वर्धप्रसुतस्य शाखा गुणा प्रवृत्ता विषया प्रवाला अधश्च मूलाननुसन्ततानि कर्मानुबन्धीनि मनुष्यलोके न रूपमस्य तथोपलभ्यते नान्तो न चादिर्न च सम्प्रतिष्ठा
अश्वत्थमेनं सुहृदमूलम् असाङ्गशस्त्रेण चिरेण कृत्वा ततः पदं तत्परिमार्गतव्यं यस्मात् गतानानि निवर्तन्ति भूय त्वमेव चाद्यं पुरुषं प्रपद्ये यत् प्रवृत्ति प्रसुता पुराणे निर्माणमोहाजितसङ्गदोष आध्यात्मनित्या विनिवृत्तकामा द्वन्द्वैर्विमुक्ता सुखदुःखसञ्जय गच्छन्त्यमूढा पदमव्ययं तत् न तद्भासयते सूर्यो न शशाङ्को न पावकः यद्गत्वा निवर्तन्ते तद्धाम परमं मम ममेवांशो जीवलोके जीवभूतसनातन मनः षष्ठानि प्रकृतिस्थानि शरीरं यद्वाप्नोति यच्चाप्युत्तमतीश्वर गृह्यते त्वानि संयाति वायुगन्धनिश्पश्यत् श्रोत्रं चक्षुस्पर्शनं च रसनं घ्राणमेव च अधिष्ठाय मनश्चायं विषयानुपसेवता उत्क्रमन्तं तथापि मुञ्चानां भग्नान्वितं विबुधानानुपश्यन्ति पश्यन्ति न्यायचाक्षुषा यतन्तो योगिनश्चैव पश्यन्त्यात्मन्यवेशते स्थितं यतन्तो यत्कृतात्मानो नैनं पश्यन्ति चेतसा यद्यत्
यदादित्यगतं तेजो जगद्भासयतेऽखिलम् तत्तेजो विद्यमामकं गामविश्यभूतानि धारयाममोजसा पुष्पाणि चोषधि सर्व सोमो भूत्वा रसात्मना
अहं वैश्वानरो भूत्वा प्राणिनां देहमाश्रितः
प्राणापानसमायुक्त
पञ्चम्यन्नं चतुर्विधं
सर्वस्य चाहं हृदय सन्निविष्टो मत्तः स्मृतिर्ज्ञानमपोहनं च वेदैश्च सर्वैरहमेव वेद्यो वेदान्तकृत्येवेदेव चाहं द्वाविनो पुरुषो लोके क्षाक्षर एव च क्षरः सर्वाणि भूतानि कूटस्थोऽक्षर उच्यते उत्तमं पुरुषस्त्वयं परमात्मा तत्त्वे यो लोके त्रयीवांश ईश्वर यस्माक्षरपतितोऽहम् अक्षरमदपि चोत्तमम् अतोऽस्मि लोके वेदे च प्रवृत्तः पुरुषोत्तमम् यो मामेवं मूढो जानाति पुरुषोत्तमम् स सर्वज्ञ मां सर्वभारत इति गुह्यतं शास्त्रम् इदं मुक्तं प्रयाणक एतद्बुद्ध्या बुद्धिमाच्च कृतकृत्यश्च भारत। ओम तत्सदिति श्रीमद्भगवद्गीतासु उपनिषत्सु ब्रह्मविद्यायां योगशास्त्रे श्रीकृष्णार्जुनसंवादे पुरुषोत्तम नाम अध्यायः. Very good. Okay, so we're gonna start reciting these shlokas. Okay, so from next time, if you can focus on this, we can understand these shlokas. So when the time comes, we will start. No, we will already know chapter 15. If you really want me to ask me like which is like 2 chapters that are like, all chapters are important, but the 2 chapters in the lifetime, if you want to know, those going to be chapter 15 and chapter 12, right? So okay, so we were at the topic of what shlokas did we do last time? Anybody? Number of shlokas. Alia, you remember Raja beta? You were there.
Like 3 or 4.
Huh?
Like 3 or 4.
3 or 4, but what was the number? Chapter 17, what was the number? 7. Chapter 7, sorry. I wish we were on 17. But it's what we did 17, I guess. I think 17, 18 and 19, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
Right? We did 17, 18 and 19. Chapter number 7. Let me pull it out. Okay, so we were on 19th shlok, if I'm not wrong. And 19th shlok was, okay, yeah. So 19th shlok was, in the very last of all the birth, the enlightened person worship me by realizing that all this is God. Such a great soul is very rare indeed. So that's where we were. So we were talking about, the devotion, part of devotion, and then we were talking about one jnana path, right? The knowledge path. So we were talking about jano, yamano, right? Those 2 things we wrote it down. Either jano means in Hindi, understand, yeah, or mano. Mano means to have a faith, मान लेना, right? मान लेना अपने हिंदी में बोलते हैं ना. You we thought so, or we understood this is the way it's going to be, right? So one is the knowledge path you want to know, right? So we talk about that, hey, this whole, how this universe was created, or how we are, what is our real self, why are we divided when we are one, and stuff like that. So knowing everything in this universe, why the purpose of our life, what is the purpose of who made this creation, all that knowledge comes in jhana, like you understand everything. Then comes the path of devotion, knowledge, not knowledge, path of devotion, right? So that is mano. So path of devotion is like, you haven't seen God, right? You haven't seen, you don't know anybody personally who has seen God, right? So there is, for far, far away, we don't know if God exists or not, but we are have a strong faith in having that there is a superpower, there is a God there who is creating, who has created all these entire universe. He's there, everything works according to him. There is a figure out there that we all can surrender to. So that is faith, right? That is like a strong faith in it. So that's mano means we take it, right? We haven't have experience of it, we don't know anybody has experience of that thing, but we take it by faith, saying that there is somebody, definitely with our logics and all those things, we put it together and we say there is somebody who is out there who has superpower and who is really, we make that as a Saguna Bhagwan, and we surrender ourselves for that Saguna Bhagwan. So that's what the two ways of it is. But now we need to understand that these both come from a part of knowledge, right? There is, so God says that there is the karmas that we did, depending on that, we get our buddhi. Like there will be many, many intelligent people out there, right? Not everybody take these paths because their mind are intellectual, very intelligent, but they did bad karmas or something and they cannot utilize their mind towards this side. So there is something that's blocking them. So they are very smart, right? But they cannot go cross that veil of ignorance or veil of Maya to cross and go other side, because their intelligence is used in something, doing something else. Like, their mind keep using their mind power, the power that God has given it to them. Very intelligent people, but they couldn't use that knowledge, that mind towards knowing the real self or what is the real thing is out there, right? They all fall into this samsara and they keep on doing that, right? So there is it has been, I don't know who said that, there are 5 kinds of the 5 kinds of teachers who teaches you, right? But you can relate that exactly to how people take God as, right? So there are 5 kind of teachers that teaches you. I will take the spirituality teaching, right? So one teacher is already in samadhi, right? One with God in samadhi. So you just go and you just see that, like Gautam Buddha, we think about that he is already in samadhi, merged. So that person teaches us like his noble truth and stuff like that. We got to know that, right? So that is one kind of teacher who is already immersed in God, and that is the teacher, right? Then second kind of teacher is the person who inspires you, right? Oh, okay, these spiritual leaders inspired me, right? Or I got to know that. So if you come in there, if you are in those that close to them, you become influenced, you start using that path. So those kind of teachers are there who does that. So those are the second time who influences you, so that if you come in their surrounding, you get that knowledge, right? And you start okay, they are doing this way, I want to do this way, kind of those thing comes in your you start doing it. Then there are teachers who are just the teachers, like the professors who come give the lecture and goes on, right? So those kind of teachers are there. Then there are teachers who says do's and don'ts, right? Who says to you that don't do these, do these. So those are kind of spiritual teacher. Do this every morning, do this, or every evening. For meditation, you have to do this way. You need to concentrate on this. You need to don't do these things. So kind of do's and don'ts teacher, right? Then there are like the fifth kind of teachers that come. That what is saying? They say that if you don't do this, these are the punishments, or if you do these are the, so they talk about, there is a heaven, there is a hell, or however you're going to go in, you do these things, you're going to get punishment, you're going to go into this, so those kind of teachers are the fifth teachers. So if you look at this, people take all kind of teachers, if you place them with God, right, you will see that people take God as these 5 different kind of teachers, right? So that the first teacher, God is like, it's Brahman and everything is Brahman, God only is, and those people who know that God, they take God as that kind of teacher, right? Then the second level teacher comes, where there is a person who does certain things that influence you to do those certain things. So that those are Saguna Bhagwan. That's why we do Murti Puja and all those things in there, right? Then there are simple teachers, which are, God comes as a Krishna, teaches Gita to Arjuna, and that's how we know God, and that's how we, he teaches it, he says these and that. Then some people take God as do's and don'ts. God says do this, God says don't do this. God says do this, or God says don't do this. So those are people who take God as do's and don'ts, who comes and tells you. Then there are some people who take God as, okay, if you don't do this, God will punish you and will do that. If you do all these things, God will favor you and give you all these. So those kind of people are there too, right? So that's how you can relate, like where you want to stand in there, right? What do you want to do in there? So all these kinds do need some kind of knowledge. Even if you go with the fifth kind of teacher who says, okay, if you don't do that, that also needs a knowledge, right? So the good part is that it's not that, oh, I'm very smart, then I will go to the top kind of teacher. That doesn't happen in this spirituality. It can happen in your worldly life, but it cannot happen in spiritual life. You cannot say, oh, I'm so smart that I will be in gifted talented program because I'm so smart, I'm so brainy. In this, brain doesn't work. In this, what work is your bhav, right? So there is a very much big difference between what you want to get in spirituality, how your bhav is, right? So that's why it's very important for us to understand that the people who does bhakti also are not that people who goes towards the gyan path are super smart. The people who goes to devotion part are super smart too. So people who goes to spirituality, what happens is they have wisdom. It might not have a knowledge, they have that wisdom in them. So that's how it whole can come together and put together, right? So that's what we were learning, that these people are very rare. Like, we see like so many smart people, but these kind of people are very rare, who can go in this knowledge and understand it and then practice it, right? So gyan is getting knowledge, but vijnana is what you practice it. Do you practice it or not, right? So let's move on to the next slok, which one is slok number 20. Okay, so let's start with slok number 20. Reha, you want to take that?
Sure.
And you have it. Kameste hiter jnana prapadyante na devata tam tam niyamamasteya prakritya niyatasya. Very good. All together. Kameste hite jnana prapadyante devata tam tam niyamat अस्यथाय prakrutya niyata swacha. Okay. Swadha ke swachaya. I cannot even say. Swadha. Swaya. Okay. I need glasses to wear these days. I cannot even read it. Okay. So, I did not get the meaning of it. Nanu, can you get the meanings of the words? Kame. Kam is desire. Stay.
Is
Various, yes.
Deprived of.
Rita is
Deprived of.
deprived of. Jnana is knowledge. Pradante, surrender.
Anya to
Others. Devta means God. Devotees. The Kamta corresponding, yeah.
Niyamam
Regulation, yes.
Astaya
Following. Prakritya, nature.
Niyata control. Swaya by their own.
Swaya. Okay. So, if we put it together, what does it say? That those whose wisdom has been carried away by various desires, being prompted by their own nature, worship other deities, adopting norms relating to each, right? So now here he mentioned that those people, by their wisdom, the intellect that I was talking about, they are carried away by various desires. So there is a desire, they are carried away by various desires, being prompted by their own nature. Now remember this, we have to discuss about what is your own nature. Worship these deity, adopting norms related to that, right? So now why it is why people don't do the regular stuff like going to the God, or understanding the Jnana Yoga, the Karma Yoga, the Dhyana Yoga and the Bhakti Yoga. Why they don't understand these things when everybody is saying such a good thing's going to happen, right? You will get what you want. Even God says there are 4 kinds of devotees, right? So he said all are good, right? So he said the person who comes to me asking for worldly desire are good too, right? They are noble people. So if you ask for your worldly desire, that is also good. God is giving you, granting you your desires, right? So why people don't go to these and they go to the lower of religion, right? And I'm going to talk about a little bit of that. What is the lower religion? So you can get the differentiation between these. So why this happen is because of their knowledge, whatever they have it, what happens is they understand, their understanding is swiped away by the delusion. And now what kind of delusion they have here is by their delusion born by their desires, right? So the desire could be like people say, oh, I don't need a big house, or I don't want this, or I don't want that, I don't have any desires. That is wrong. Even if you have a desire that everybody respects you, is a desire, right? Even if you think that nobody should say bad things about me, is also a desire, right? So there are desires always going to hang on to you no matter what. That even going in the path of spirituality is a desire, right? So desire is always there, right? There are 1,000 kinds of desire. Even the depression is a desire. You put thinking about it, that caused the desire. What you did not get, you keep on thinking about it, that's the desire, right? So even depression brings the desire. So what happens is all these worldly things that you want, just not the worldly things, the what we talk about, the happiness that we want, like the obsessions we have is also with the desire, right? The obsessions we have is also desire. So what happens in that case? There are in not just in our culture, in Hindu religion, there is a capital G God and also small g God, right? There are so many things that, and it's in every culture, not just in Hindu culture, but every single culture has these things where, I will do bad spell on my neighbor. He's very mean to me. I will do bad spell on this person who is really mean to me. So that is the lower kind of religion that people go, like all these black magic thing, all these things that, I can do spell on this person, and all these, even if you go the hypnotism, right? Or and there are so many clinic of psychic readings that we have around. There is so many, you do a meditation where you go get to know, connect with your past lives and get over your past life's experience and get away from there. Those kind of things are lower religion, right? Where you go to these things where, the black magic kind of thing, all those things. So people do get into that. You would not believe there are so many people out there that will say, oh, you say this word and you keep on repeating these words and you will be rich, or you will get all your desire will be fulfilled. You do these and you put a plant in your backyard and you will be like, put water in that plant and you will be rich. Or there are so many out there that is and again, I'm telling you, it's not just Hindu religion. So if you come across these kind of things and you say, okay, that, oh, Hindu religion is so bad, but every religion has these kind of things. But that's what Krishna Bhagavan is saying, that sometimes people get into their desires so hard that they want to do anything and everything to achieve those things, and then they go to the lower religion, which he's saying that you have to watch out with it, right? So he's saying that we are there is so much in higher religion. Why would a person go to the lower religion part of it, right? If you see it, there is a story that when Hanumanji went to Lanka, Ravan's son said that Indrajit, right? He said that, oh, this guy, I have that much strength because I have Brahmastra. I can, capture this monkey in few seconds. And he prayed to Brahma and said, give me the Brahmastra that I had it. Give it to me. I want to use it. So then Brahmastra came. Brahmastra is like a biggest weapon in our in our mythology, or Nanu, can you get me water? In our mythology, or in our all the Upanishads, when we talk about Brahmastra, is like a super power weapon. So this Brahmastra came and said, okay, I will use that Brahmastra to Hanumanji and I will kill him and be done with him. So Brahmastra came, and Brahmastra saw that, okay, I'm being used for killing Hanumanji. So Brahmastra said, oh, this guy is so powerful. Hanumanji himself is so powerful, and I have to kill him. If I don't kill him, my reputation will go away, right? I'm such a big, powerful weapon, and if I don't kill Hanumanji, my reputation will go away. So Brahmastra went and talked to Hanumanji and said, Hanumanji, you have to be killed. Otherwise it's going to be, it's going to be bad on me. My reputation will go away. So you have to be killed. Please do so. Like when I come to you, please do, take it and don't fight against it, please, So he prayed to Hanumanji, and Hanumanji said, okay, fine. So when Indrajit shot Brahmastra, Hanumanji passed away and he fall down on the floor. Now, being a demon mindset of Indrajit and his army, he said, oh, okay, but he fall down on the earth, but probably he is not, he could, he has so much power. He came all the way, crossed the whole ocean to come here flying. He has a power. Probably Brahmastra might not have killed him. And let us tie with a rope so he doesn't move. So they tried to put him or surround him by rope. So Brahmastra, being such a powerful weapon, he felt insulted. He said, I killed this person, and now they are not having a trust in me that I killed him, and they're using these little things of tying him by rope. So Brahmastra goes away, who was supposed to kill Hanumanji, which Brahmastra leaves and say, I'm not gonna, he cannot be killed by this. So I am leaving because you did not trusted me. Now you are using little things like tying him by a rope where you already used the biggest thing on him. And now you are tying on the rope. How little mindset you have, right? So Brahmastra goes away. Hanumanji gets alive again. And he, after that, the whole story about how he took the rope off, and then he burned the whole Lanka after doing that. So it's like little stories, but what it's trying to tell you, when a person has such a big thing in his hand about knowing the whole universe, about knowing what what your real nature is, knowing what God is, what everything is, rather than going and trusting that part, we as a human go to the little things like tying Hanumanji with rope. Would have worked when already a big weapon was already used against him and he was on the floor, and they trusted this little thing like a rope to tie him? The same way, people go and they trust these little lower religious things and try to, go and do those things rather than trusting God and saying, hey, God, you are with me. Why I am scared, right? You are with me all the time. I don't have to think about anything else. You will take care of me. That simple thought could have done a powerful job rather than going to these, look at my psychic reading, or look at these things, or let me go to these black magic and get somebody in this black matching system, or do some things like that, right? So that's what God is saying, that people go to that because of the desires that they have, and then what happens is that their knowledge now starts working to go that direction, right? So that's how it is. The nature, he talks about your nature. Now, when we talk about everything, we talk about we as a Satchidanand, right? So we talk about existence, consciousness, and bliss. That's our real nature, right? But then the differentiation comes, right? Where did this differentiation come? Why are this differentiation comes from? It comes from our subtle body, right? The subtle body is what? That all these births that we took, right? All these experiences as those individual birth that makes our sanskara kings, right? All our the nature that is built. So it's not just one life, it's life after life after life. We have built this sanskara that differentiate us. Those subtle bodies, our mind, our intellect, those differentiate us, right? So when we talk about these individual nature, that's what he's talking about right now, right? He's not talking about one consciousness. He's talking about this individuality that comes us from the subtle body. Our mind start thinking, we take these knowledge, right? We take this knowledge and use that knowledge according to our sanskara, right? So in the same house, two brothers are very different because they had past lives different than the other's past life, and they come with all these sanskara with them. So one uses his buddhi to do something, one uses his buddhi to do something else, right? So though they are in the same house with the same exact parenting that parent gave them, the same exact things that they learned. Like the mom and the dad didn't change, they are exactly the same people, but then the two people are grown up being totally different people. And how that happens is that they come with their own sanskar, they come with their own nature, right? So Krishna Bhagavan said that their prakriti, because of their own these sanskara, this prakriti, their mind takes them away, swipe them away to these lower religion, right? So now the wise person, what does the wise person do, right? Let's see if he talks about that, what how we can get to the ground of why these things happen, right? So we can get the root cause of it, so we can not go and clean up from the root cause why this happens, because it's not just one birth, right? It's many births that compiled it and made us like this, right? So what is the root cause? How can we go to the deep down and clean it right now so it doesn't keep going on, right? So let's go to the next slok, which is verse 21. Okay, you want to take it, Raja?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yo yo yam tanum bhakta.
Yo yo yam tanum bhakta.
Shraddhayarchittamichyati.
Shraddhayarchittumichyati.
Tasya chalam shraddham.
Tasya chalam shraddham.
Tameva vidyamamaham.
Tameva vidyamamaham. Vidyamaham. Okay. All together. Yo yo yam tanu bhakt. Together.
Is it yam?
Huh?
Is it yam?
Yam. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yo yo yam tanum bhakti. Shraddhayarchittamichyati. Tasya chalam shraddham. Tameva vidham. I cannot say this word together.
Vidyadhyamaham.
Vidyadhamyaham. Okay, I got it. Okay. Can you read the word meaning also?
Yo.
Yo.
It says yo.
Okay, that's
Yo, it means whoever.
Whoever. Yeah.
Yam, whichever. Tanum, form of like.
Tanu is form of us. Yeah.
Bhakta, devotee. Shraddhaya, with
faith.
Architum, to worship. Ichyati is desire. Tasya is to him. Achalam, steady. Shraddha, faith. Tam, that. Eva, surely. Vidyadhami, give. Aham,
I. Okay. Vidyadhamin, giving, and aham means I. Okay. So let's put it together. What he says that whatever celestial form a devotee who is craving from the desire, right? The worldly desire, chooses to worship with reverence, I stabilize that faith in them for the particular devotee in a very form. So what he's saying, that this faith we are talking about, right? The faith that everybody gets it's also given by God. That's what he's saying. Like now, the nature of faith is given by God. Now, it's not that he is making you do the lower religion or he's making you do the higher religion. That's not what he's saying. What he's saying here is this faith is given by me. So the faith is given by him, but how to use it, who decides that? Who decides that how we're going to use what God has given us? Anybody in there? Reha, who decides us that who is given, that how to use this faith that is given by God? Who decides? Yourself. Yes, yourself decides it, right? You decided how to use it. So that's why, but how you decided? Because of your sanskara. All these things that you put together in many life makes your brain work that way, right? Somebody is making your brain work. You are not making your brain work. So something you did it that making it work. So what happens is all these sanskara that you built, all these tendencies that you built so far, that make you decide how to use this faith, right? So whenever we say, oh, bad karma give bad result, good karma good, it's not that simple. It's more complicated, because it's not just bad and good karma. It's like how these tendencies are built make you think that way, make you make the decision that way, right? So sometimes you fall into these things where you make the wrong decisions is because of your tendencies that were built. It's not just one karma I did bad, or I did this thing bad to this person, or I did this thing good to this person, I should get good brownie points to that. That doesn't happen that way, right? So all these tendencies that you built gonna make your mind work that way, and that's how you make the decisions, right? So but that faith, quality of faith, is given by God. Now how to use it, it's up to you, right? So that's what God is saying here, that Krishna is saying that I gave you this faith. Now whatever you want to do it, you do it. So he's not saying, oh, that, this is good or bad. He's saying, I gave you this thing. I gave you the gold. How you want to use it, you use it. You want to make a necklace, you make a necklace. You want to make earrings, you make earrings. However you want to use it, you use it. But this source of gold comes out of me. So source of faith comes out of me. I gave you with these qualities, right? So that's what God says here on 21. Now let's see. What is that quality is that, what is the faith that depends on how should we use this faith, right? So that's what he explains in shlok number 22. Krishu, you want to take that?
Sataya Shraddhaya Yukta
Sataya Shraddhaya Yukta
Tasya Radhanamihate
Tasya Radhanamihate
Labhate Cha Tata Kaman
Labhate Cha Tata Kaman
Yeva Viditan Hitan
Yeva Viditan Hitan. All together. Sataya Shraddhaya
Yukta
Tasya Radhanamihate Labhate Cha Tata Kaman Yeva Vidyatan Hitan. Okay. Nanu words बोलना बेटा.
Sa is he.
जोर से बोलो.
Sa is he. Taya with that. Shraddhaya inspiration. Yukta endowed. Tasya of that, like
Of that.
of that. Aradhanam for the worship.
Worship.
Ihate he aspired. Labhate obtains. Cha is and. Tata from that. Kaman his desires. Maya by me. Eva alone. Vihatan arranged. He is certainly. Tan is those.
Those. Okay. So when we put all these words together, it's endowed with such fruit. He worshipped that particular deity and obtained through that deity without doubt his desire enjoyments as verily obtained by me, right? So what he's saying, Krishna Bhagwan here, what he's trying to say, that desire, so all these lower religion we are talking about, he's saying you also get the results out of it. He's not saying that you don't get results out of it, right? So there is these things that you get results out of it. You know, the basic concept of that book Secret, which was very popular, and it's still popular, by who, that Rhonda, what was the name? I forgot. But Secret book, right? So the idea was that one idea that you take, right? And Vivekananda Swami said the same thing, that one idea you take that idea and you keep thinking about the same idea, right? You are so in strong manifestation of making sure that idea that you took, it's going to work that way, and you work towards that one idea, you will get success no matter what, right? That's what the book of Secret is, right? You keep thinking about that same thing that you want to manifest, and you keep manifesting that, keep working towards it. That one thought you keep thinking, you get the results out of it. You get it, right? So God is saying that what you want to get, you will get it by this lower religion, or you surrender it to me, you will get those results, right? The part that is different is that you fall into these desires which are going to be ending one time, and you will start growing out of those desires, and you will come back to that same circle of getting another desire and moving on, getting another desire and moving on, and then you keep in that circle all the time. You don't come out of it when you are in lower religion. When you are in higher religion, what happens is you got to that desire that I want to be enlightened, or I want to know the source of all these purpose of the life, how the things are. What happens that when your desire is at that higher level, you don't keep going in that circle again and again, right? So that's the difference. So God says that you will get what you want, right? It's not that you will not get it. Even if you go in lower desire, if you ask rain god, which is, we think like those gods in Hindu religion are lower gods, right? Small g god. You go and you worship for the rain god will listen to you and give you rain. Or hey, I worship Kuber to get some money, I worship these things to get some money out of it. So then you will get it, right? But what it is, like, you get how much money you get it, you will ask for more, it's never ending, right? Why does Bill Gates still work when he has so much money? He should start worrying about the money. But no, he still does things that earn more money for the company, and definitely earn more money for him. There is no stop to it, right? So when these rich people don't have stop to it, how can us can have stop to anything, right? So it's very, I need to come back in a second.
Chapter 7, so 22.
आपने ये किताब बंद करके दी तो क्या फायदा फिर? किताब थोड़ी चाहिए थी मुझे श्लोक चाहिए था। किताब बंद कर दी आपने। नहीं देख रहे हो तो देख रहे हो आप? ओके, देख रहे हो तो बढ़िया बात है। उस समय ये पढ़ रहा था तो आप नहीं देख रहे थे, तो मैंने कहा मैं कर दूँगा।
Unmuted.
Sorry about that. Okay. So, okay, so we were talking about that the desire part of it, right? So it keeps growing up. So, this moment after moment, if we think one single thought, right, it is achievable. That's what God says here too. That anything that you come across, you want to achieve, it is achievable. You will get it if you keep thinking about one single thought. What thought you need to think, that's on you. That's on you, your tendencies, what you want to do is what you want to use it for, right? So that's what Shankaracharya says, that what he focuses on is like why to get to that level of getting the desires, right? So he says that fulfillment of desire traps you back in samsara. If you fulfill one desire, then it traps back you on samsara. Vivekananda Swami says really good thing, saying that whatever you desire, you get it. But now you have to think about that. If you keep desiring, like what happened is, if you keep thinking about the same thing, then you watch out what you desire, right? That's why it says that, always says, watch out what you are thinking, what you are desiring. I would say that one, about my own experience in this. There was one thing that I desired all my life, that I had it, I lost it, and I kept on thinking about that one thing that I desired so much. I'm like, if that thing would be with me, that would be the happiest moment of my life. I need this thing, it would be the best thing of my life. I have to get this back, right? So it was very early on that I lost it, early on my life, and I lost it, and I'm like, I want that same thing. I got many different kind of similar thing, but I'm like, no, I wanted the same thing. So as God is God, right? And because of my mind was so focused on that thing, that God gave me back. So as I'm talking about the same thing, what God is saying here, that what you focus on, you get that back, right? But when I got it back this time, it actually was to teach me that I was better off without that thing, right? So when I got that thing, now when I thought so much about it, I desired so much to it, that when I got it back, I thought, oh my God, this is what it's supposed to be. It is the best thing of my life. I got the thing, but I lost it, and now this is gonna be the happiest thing, and I will live happily ever after kind of situation. But this time, as God is God, God made that thing to teach me a lessons that I was better off without that thing, right? So it's very easy to get into the trap of thinking that without something, your life is nothing, and you all keep on thinking that way. And when you desire, you will get it. And mark my line on this. In my experience, I tell you, God gives you what you want, 100%. You think about it, strongly desire it, even if it is not in you, you cannot, it's something that you have asked for, such a big thing, right? That you would not think that could happen. You are so little, but you keep thinking about that all the time. You will get it. But now the question is, after getting it, that would be not, it will be not happily ever after moment, right? Happily ever after moment will be only when we get to our real source, our real nature. When we get that, that's when the bliss comes, right? So this is the main thing. I'm not saying that you stop thinking about other things, or only think about spirituality. That's not what I'm teaching you guys. I'm just teaching you that you should not bog down with the things that are not so necessary in your existence, right? You desire something, like you want something. I want to be successful in life, I want to have this thing, I want to have this thing. You can do that, but not make that's the only thing in my life I want to. Otherwise, if I don't get that, I will be nothing. Or if I don't get these things, how will I survive? Or this is the only thing that I need in my life. That's what I want you to be staying away from there, right? You got that point? So it's not giving you everlasting happiness. That's what I'm warning you. So get that, but don't put all your life, all your stones in one bucket. That's what that means, right? So wise man, what does wise man do? Like, right? So wise man here, he understands to stop himself from getting into that trap of thinking of getting into desire. So wise men do that. Okay, this is the life, it's going to keep going. Like, I need to study, I need to earn money, or I need to do this, I need to do that. That's going to keep going. It's your regular life, it's going to keep going. But don't take your mind off from your ultimate goal. Don't take your mind off of that higher self of you, right? That's what it is. So wise person does that. Okay, all these desires going to stay here, but how much I need to push myself to get to these desires, and put all my happiness, all my sorrows, all my sadness into these desires, or do I need to go to the higher one, right? So that's all. So what happens is, I want will keep going, right? That's gonna keep you like that. But then you have to be so when the secret book came up, it's talk about these, like, manifesting one thing and then keep moving. But when he wrote the next book, I don't know what's the name of the next book, but she mentioned the entire Advaitin is that book, right? She says that all this manifestation, all this desire to the worldly thing, but now you move one step ahead, it's all come in one consciousness, and it all goes away in one consciousness. So that's what the second higher desire or something, that's what the book name is. So she got to the next part of it, right? So that's what we are studying right now. Okay, let's move on to the next slok number 23, right? Is it, we did 21, 22, right? Now 23. Okay. Who didn't read? Alia, you didn't read, right, Raja, today's slok? Okay, you want to take this one, Raja?
Yeah. Yeah.
What?
Tab 1.
What is it?
Like the time.
Oh, time is over?
We started like we can read the slok, I think.
Okay, let's read the slok and then we'll discuss next. But I will just talk about this for 2 minutes and then we will stop it. Okay. Reha, you want to go? Alia, you want to go, Raja?
Yeah. Is it 23?
Yes.
Antavattu phalam tesam.
Antavantu phalam tesham.
Tad bhavati alpa medusam.
Tad bhavatyavadasam.
Devan deva yajoyanti.
Devan deva yajoyanti.
Madbhakta yanti mamapi.
Madbhakta yanti mamapi. Yanti mamapi. Okay. Very good, Alia. Okay, all together.
Antavattu
Tesham.
tesham tad bhavatyapamedasham
Devan deva yajoyanti.
madbhakta yanti mamapi.
Okay. Say the words, right?
Antavat, perishable.
Perishable. Phalam. Tu means you.
But
Yeah.
phalam fruit,
fruits, yeah,
tesham there,
there,
that bhavati becomes ultimation of those of small intelligence, devan to that,
to that deva.
deva yaja, the worshippers of that, yanti go mat my bhakta devotees, yanti go mum to me, api also.
Okay, so what he's saying here, the fruit gained by these people are small understanding, like the people who are with this small understanding, however is perishable. The worshipper of God attend the gods, like the small god, small g. So whoever worship these small g's, they do attend those small g's, right? And the worshipper, the devotee who surrenders to me, will attend me. So he's saying that everybody who takes the path, whichever path you take, you will attend it, right? You will get it. If you take this path to go in this direction of devotion, you will attend it. If you take this path of going to the direction of devotion to a higher self, then you will attend that too. So whatever you decide, you can achieve that. That's what he is trying to say in the next slok. The fruits will get you. Like if you worship for money all the time, you will get it. Don't worry about it. You will have that. If you worship for fame, you will get it, right? If you worship for better life all the time, you will get it, right? So whatever you think, you will get it. But if you worship for higher self, you will also get that part. Now you have to decide what you want to get, right? Okay, let's close it. Vasudevasutam devam Kanshacharnooramardhanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadguru Gurur Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Para Brahma Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah. Shri Krishna Arpanamastu. Okay guys, thank you for coming.